Video games have always been a very important and meaningful part of my life. I met friends, I found passions, loves, pain, all from this one form of media, and I think that's what makes video games that much more beautiful as an art form. If you ask any person about how video games have impacted their life, you can have different answers for each and every person, from stress relief to engaging careers to marriage. No two persons' stories are the same. That's what today's video is about. I wanted to go over the top 10 games, my top 10 games of all time. And yes, this is in a very specific order. The games on this list either have a very personal memory attached to it, or some have changed my whole outlook on life. And some are just some good-ass games, okay? So here we go. Here's the top 10 games I'm thankful for, / top 10 games soundtrack / top 10 favorite games of all time / I didn't have a computer for a fucking month, so don't fucking ask me what the fuck the video is, because I haven't played anything in a fucking month, so suck my dick. Jet Set Radio is style personified. I didn't actually play this until like a couple years ago, and it instantly won me over. The art style, oh my god, for a 20-year-old game, it still looks so good. The music, my dude, the music, like, just listen to it in the background. Oftentimes when I write these scripts, I have this OST and playing in the background. To break down the story and gameplay in one take, Jet Set Radio has you playing as a group of skaters called the GGs, trying to get your own turf by skating and doing tricks and tagging different spots. Each stage will have you going around tagging a number of spots, and the levels get bigger and more expansive, all while the police get stricter and rival gangs chase you trying to stop you. The story actually gets rather crazy by the end of things. The game is just boosted by the cast. DJ Professor K shoutcasting your exploits like the Warriors, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and all the members of the GGs and even rival gangs having their own dances and dancing all the time. Like, it gives this funky feeling to everything, plus the dances are amazing. Takes me back to a time when games were just games. They didn't want to tell this super deep story and all these blockbuster level graphics and cinematics. It's just like, hey, go rollerblading and paint some shit. I don't know why Sega never released the sequel onto PC or any other console other than the OG Xbox of all things, and we have yet to see another game come out of them, and for some reason they just hate the series. PlayStation 6 and Knights have gotten more love than this. They tried to pitch a third game for the Wii, but it got turned down because Sega didn't have any interest in Jet Set Radio at the time. Then they did this whole GDC conference with some guys making a whole pitch prototype like, here, Sega, we'll literally do it for you, and they will turn them down like, no, get off your ass and get in this car, boy. Okay. I know you plebs are probably screaming, but Sondi, Resident Evil 4 is objectively the best the series has ever been. And you people are so wrong. You're going to say Resident Evil 2 is the best in the series. Now, if you want to get controversial, Resident Evil 6 has the best gameplay by none in the series to date. But we don't talk about the story. We just forget that exists, and it'll be a really good game. Why do I like Resident Evil 5? Because of the damn co-op, okay, dude? Listen, man, first time I went to my best friend's house when we first met, I bought my 360 over and we beat Resident Evil 5 that weekend at least 20 times. That game is that fun. The story is a clusterfuck of connecting pieces and past storylines and other shit that I can't really explain without a marathon of every Resident Evil game in order to properly understand. But all you need to know is that it's cool ass Chris and hot ass Shiva go around Africa fighting these super worm demon virus affected people, and that's all I really needed to play through this game. The gameplay was so fun. I always play Shiva because I was into One Piece at the time, and I thought kicks were cool because of Sanji. The way you level up guns, to unlock unlimited ammo, the collectibles, the exploration in these settings, everything was streamlined just the right amount to make this game keep going and also still be tense, scary, and fun as hell to play. This was actually my first Resident Evil game ever, honestly. They say whatever your first experience with something is, it's always going to be your favorite out of them all. And I'm not going to lie, there's some choices on this list that kind of fit this, like this one. This also fits that description. I'm too young to be a Gen 1er. Okay, I'm not that young, don't get it twisted. It's only like a year old when Red came out to the States, and 2 when Gold and Silver came out. But Gen 3 came out when I was old enough, I guess, to play the games. I explained this in my very first episode of the collection about my love for GameCube being started because I wanted to play Coliseum. And that's because he first gifted me and my sister, the true Gen 1er in our families, with Ruby and Sapphire. Bro, I didn't even think I could really read, but I played the fuck out of that game. I loved it so much. The surf theme, the routes, the Pokemon, everything really felt like it was some tropical island somewhere and gave me a bigger sense of adventure. Because of course the Gen 1 remakes were released around then, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I didn't like them then, I still don't like them now. That's why I put the entirety of Gen 3 for this spot on the list. I couldn't really pick between Coliseum and the GBA games, so I combined them into one. Every single Nintendo Direct, I'm hoping for them to announce like a Coliseum 3 or something, because that game was that good. Taking away the need to really catch Pokemon other than really well tailored list of shadow Pokemon, focusing more on the battle made this game that much more enjoyable. It was the closest Pokemon will ever get to a JRPG, I think, to this day. The twists and turns, West's character design, like bruh, look at this heat, like come on. Mirror B is top 2 villains in the entire series and he ain't number 2, alright? I thoroughly enjoy Pokemon a lot as a series, but I'm not gonna hold you. After Black and White, the series has been declining in personal appeal to me. X and Y was fun, Mega Revolutions was a nice change of pace, but Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire pissed me off. Though it was really cool to see my favorite region win better graphics, the added addition of later game features that I didn't like Mega Evolutions kinda ruined it for me. But I'm not gonna hold you, Sword and Shield has been hitting a lot lately, and I got shinies finally. I've never ever caught a shiny, so I'm biased a little bit. Alright, so boom. I got this PS2 because I found it after school, allegedly, and bring it home. Go to the local game store with the homies, pick up this random game. My friend yells at me like, dude, that shit, I love Persona 4. Bruh, it says Persona. Dude, it's cool. It's like anime, but like, I couldn't even finish what I was saying. I just went ahead and bought the game to shut him up. He didn't realize it was Persona 3. When I tell you this is my favorite Persona game to this day. I genuinely was exhilarating to play. The story engrossed me. Every single social link was great and captivating. And that soundtrack, I've played Persona music in the background of my videos. I know I have, as default lo-fi chill beats to study to, because it's just that godly. There isn't much I could say about the story without spoiling, and I mean, come on now. Persona is mainstream now, so it's not like you don't know the general gameplay. I still think even after playing both the sequels, that Persona 3 really feels like the definitive Persona experience to me. The unknown factor of the story and the way that the general dungeon progress makes you feel like you don't know what to expect or what you're facing. Tartarus felt dangerous, and your teammates not being controllable made me love them even more when they did what I wanted. And oh my fuck, Marin Karen. This is one of those games that inspired me actually to make this video. I recently stole a Wii from my family's house and decided I'm gonna go crazy, correction, like I did with my GameCube, to get the essentials that I like on the system. I played through this game when I didn't have my PC, and it made me realize how much of a technical and artistic marvel this game is. Like this art, like Vanillaware, what you put your foot in this, bro? Every sprite, every background, every attack just oozes style. I was playing it and I beat Momohime's story in a single sitting. I just got lost in the sauce for real. Like I was just playing the game and playing and playing and walking and playing and walking and playing. Everything just engrossed me. I haven't played Kitsuki's story yet, but I will eventually. It's such a great game that I just wish had an HD port that wasn't on a failure of a console. They even got the Vita port, even got the ability to fast travel. Do you understand how vital that shit would have been for me trying to do all these fucking challenge missions? Like, please just bring the Vita port with all the DLC and the other 3 new characters. Just bring it to PC, please. I beg you, please. I just want to play it again, not on the Wii. For those that don't know or thought the Wii was for babies and didn't play the game, we play as Momohime, the girl in the video, and Kitsuki, the cool looking dude in the video, as they get the ability to craft hundreds of swords that each have unique abilities as they try to do their own individual goals. It's a pretty straightforward story. That's not until this playthrough that I know that there was a post game and like 2 more endings, and there was these synergies I was learning about in combat that I never knew back then because I was just button mashing. It was no wonder Vanillaware went on to make Dragon Crown, which I've heard and I haven't personally played, but a couple of people have told me that it's like that. I used to watch a couple YouTubers that did like combo AMVs for like the Tales series, and that shit looked complex as fuck. So I guess I'm gonna try it out one day. Travis, touchdown. Fair warning, I have not played No More Heroes 2. Leave me the fuck alone, okay? It's coming. I do not know why my mother bought this game for her 12-year-old son, but hey, it resonates with me. Back then, anime wasn't as hot of a commodity as it is today, so you had like Infancy YouTube and like Comcast On Demand Funimation anime like the Naruto Daikon Brothers and Mezzo and Ikitusen and other questionable things that I shouldn't have been watching. The game felt like an anime, and I mean that in the best possible compliment. From the storyline to the way that everything just because it's cool. Suda51 became my favorite figure in the gaming world because the game alone. Anything and everything that he puts out I play because of this game. It's so damn fun. Like, you can't tell 12-year-old me jerking the Wii remote and killing crazy assassins and shitting on toilets to save just to fuck your sister-in-law wasn't the life. Okay, that doesn't sound good now that I think about it. Hold on, okay. Let me rephrase that. There's just subtle shit I peeped as well too now that I'm older and not distracted by killing mindless goons. Like, did you ever notice that everything is pretty much a remix of the main theme except for the boss battles, which have their own themes to show that Travis is in their domain? Or how each boss explains to Travis why they do what they do and what the ramifications and actions and the regrets they've made for what they've done. But Travis technically is a player insert, so he doesn't give a shit what the fuck they say and keeps fighting. It's kind of cool. It's really cool. Don't know the real difference between Travis Strikes Backs or two non-open intermission stages make play for overall gameplay, but fuck it, I'm working on it, okay? So give me some time. This is where shit gets tough. This was truly my favorite game of all time for a long time. No questions, no hesitations. I always answered this game. It was the reason I became such a diehard Zelda fan. I remember being a kid and just sitting under a blanket watching as I sailed from island to island just to explore and having a grand old adventure. And I was obsessed with One Piece at the time. But it was truly breathtaking to me. The Forsaken Fortress took me like a month to beat. Now that I played as an adult, a lot of things that I thought took longer, like sailing, really doesn't take that long. For a long time, I really thought of replacing this with Breath of the Wild because I truly love that game that much. But I started replaying and realized why I love this game so much as a kid. The style, the music, the presence of this game that it expunges, I love it so much. Everything just works in tandem to make honestly the best Zelda experience to date. This is my first Zelda game I've ever played, but I played through them all, not counting the remasters now in retrospect. And this one still takes the cake. And Triforce Peace Quest, while tedious, still makes me feel like a true adventurer. I was a kid. I did this shit without a guide. I didn't give a fuck. I don't really know how I feel about the HD remaster that was released on the Wii U just because I haven't played that one and you can't really do half the features on there now. They took away the Tingle Tuner, man. The fucking Tingle Tuner is revolutionary. Like, the fucking Tingle Tuner, dog. You could play 2-player with the fucking Tingle Tuner. Like, Tingle could give you fucking iron. Like, the fucking Tingle Tuner. Okay, so growing up as a black kid in the middle of Atlanta, hip-hop was all I knew, and man, I don't know not one black person that ain't played Fight for New York. That's why you see someone every month like, bro, just make a sequel. Not that kind of sequel. I had something planned in the future for the entire series that I won't dwell on the impact and overall gameplay, you know, but just think about I just want to talk about the history and the shit they had to go through just to make this game. I remember a story of Ghostface Killer saying he wanted his blazing move to be the golden eagle on his wrist to transform into an actual bird, eat the nigga in half and shit, and he was going to drop out the game until they gave him the outfit he wanted. I just think that's so damn crazy that they even somehow came up with the idea of having Ludacris, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, and Lil Philip fighting was an amazing idea. Like, how did they think, hey, let's have Sean Paul fight with Capoeira and beat the shit out you? Sticker Fingers should steal your girlfriend and fight you in a burning warehouse when he tries to save her. Danny Trejo shoots Kratos in the fucking chest and tries to kill you in the subway. Like, if you didn't know anything about this game, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck am I playing? And it's true. Fun fact, last year at MAGFEST, I would have won the tournament, but the guy decided to run the tournament on Xbox, which is the worst version of the game, and it crashed mid-finals, and we had to rock, paper, scissors to choose the winner, and you can tell I lost. It's really a relic of his time, and it's still amazing to play. Super easy to learn, but hard to master gameplay. The soundtrack is amazing. Real rappers. Everything is just so good. I just think I think other than our number one game, this is the only other game I've beaten the most with no problem. I can start a save anytime and beat the game just for fun. It's never not fun to play, especially multiplayer with other friends. Even if you don't really know about fighting games or wrestling games, they will still play it just because you can play Snoop Dogg and fight against fucking Method Man. Ain't nothing other than another game I can think of off the top of my head that's coming next had hip hop so ingrained in the DNA of every aspect of this game. Just as a black kid growing up, this game meant so much to me that now I can't even look at most black representation in gaming and actually like it and make it feel like it's genuine. Okay, I know what you're asking. The game was given to me as a Christmas gift and I couldn't put it down. It introduced me to Daft Punk and a lot of other music that I wouldn't listen to today. I played it so much that my mom went out and bought me real turntables for my middle school graduation. Those turntables led to me making music and making beats for people. That led to me meeting so many people and experiencing so many things that shaped me to become the man I am today. All because of this one game. Because I got this game as a Christmas gift in 8th grade. This game means more to me than gaming. It's a singular piece of media that transcended and made me realize gaming could be more of an art form and more expressive than I thought of at the time. It captivated me and inspired me to so many levels. It's unique. Its premise alone is so out of this world. The music is outstanding. Every single mix, I played through it again for fun as an adult now, and each all have their merit in a spot on the set list. The way they integrated guitars and microphones for each game respectively. Is the word respectively? Respectively. The presentation is all perfect. I think the highlight for me is when Deadmau5 and David Guetta in the second game have so much flair, and the way the heart hand signs move and David's in the middle and the Frankenstein Deadmau5 head placement. Every fucking Daft Punk mix in both games is spectacular. The gameplay is also the highlight. There's actual techniques that I started to use when I actually started DJing and scratching and blending techniques that work in real world practicality. That just shows me that the craftsmanship in this game really had. It's not even a hard game. I cannot for the life of me play guitar or drums on even fucking hard, but I can play flawlessly and challenge myself with perfect runs on expert with the turntables. I don't know if they just is a call to me or not, but something about the 3-button and crossfade matched with scratching just makes everything flow so easily. The game is so high up because of the impact it had on my life. Not because of the overall greatness of the game compared to other games on this list, because I do play a lot more games than I played this one, but because it changed my life for the better and introduced me to a world and situations and careers and stuff that I wouldn't think about doing until I played this game. And that's why it's in my second place. Shit, when I'm not making these videos, I'm attempting to make music, even if it's just for me to listen or if I feel like sharing it with the world. This game always motivates me every time I play to grab my own turntables and make my own mixes and explore my creative side. Man, look, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what all 1,000,003 YouTubers are saying about this game. I just love raising child, okay? Everything just oozes, he 90s kid, you're gonna love this shit. And I did, and I fucking love this shit. And this is a go-to game when I am bored. I beat this shit like 10 times a year, bro. I always get so close and then go, fuck it, I'ma speedrun this shit. I'ma just start speedrunning this shit. But then I get trapped raising child. The story is so great. I don't care about plot holes or weird shit. Bro, it's a fucking blue hedgehog fighting a fat man that broke a pyramid to go to outer space and destroy half the moon. Do you think this is fucking Game of Thrones or something? I came here to go fast and do a bunch of bouncy shit. I did not come here for no motherfucking Joker, okay? I think that's exactly what I like about this game. Everybody knows and everybody loves City Escape. That opening, it brings you can't say it's cool. Nobody says City Escape is bad. It's just cool. And that's all I wanted as a kid, was cool. Cool music, yes, even rogue stages. Get your taste up, young blood. Cool stages, yes, even Eggman stages. Get your jetpacks up, young blood. Cool chow, yes, even normal chow. Get your steps up, Jewel bitch. Sonic Adventure 2 was my first Sonic game. And it was, for a lot of people in my generation, it's the Sonic game for a lot of people. And it's just like a lot of people really enjoy Sonic 3 or the OG Sonic on Genesis. It's just a wave of new Sonic fans. I haven't really played a Sonic game since Generation, but I haven't really been interested in one really. I just love this game. There's a set list of Sonic games that I like, and I stick to only playing those and those only. I think the biggest thing for me really was Raising Chow. I just love Raising Chow, man. They drop a new Sonic game with Chow, man. It's an instant cop. Like, these little fuckers are the main reason I spent so much damn time on this game. Learning the layout of every level to get specific items, playing the goddamn awful cart levels just to get coins. I did it all just to get some fucking Chow fruit for my babies. I had to do what I had to do. There was so much depth. I used to like transfer to my GBA to bring it with me on family outings. I was that obsessed with this shit, man. Like, it was that good, bro. Like, it's an indescribable feeling that this game brings to me that I feel can only be expressed by everybody and their mama on YouTube. So I don't really have to go into it, but I'm just going to leave it at this and maybe elaborate on a stream or a speedrun attempt I try in the future, because I do want to learn this game and push myself to another level of trying with this game. So I feel like this is a good place to really bring out the usual thing that I say at the end of these videos. And I'll just, sidebar. Yes, it's probably going to be like one of the only times that you actually see me on camera, but I felt like I should probably get on camera for this one just because it's the end of the year, just to explain some situations that happen and stuff like that, and just to go over little things that I wanted to do in the future. When I started this channel, I didn't really know what the fuck I wanted to do. I just made a video because KQ told me to make a video on Vindictus at the time, and that blew up. And then I just started doing a bunch of MMOs because I figured, oh, that's the content I should do. This is how I should make it. But I don't like playing MMOs like that anymore, because as I found out while playing all the MMOs that I did play, I didn't like it. So I made the Absolver video, and I really enjoyed making the Absolver video. So I said to myself, I should just do this. I already have, as you can, if I turn it around, you guys see, I have a lot of fucking games over there, and a lot more. And I figured, why not just play the games that I have already that I know I never played ever, and just fucking play them. So that's where I came up with the idea for the collection, and it's been fun. I don't really give a fuck about views or who the fuck cares or who sees or what they like about it or anything like that. I just love constructive criticism on like my arts and my craft, because I'm a very creative person. I just want to just express myself creatively throughout this process and stuff like that. Talk about my childhood, talk about shit I've been through, stuff like that. It's kind of therapeutic to me, and I like that. And I figured with this one I would just go over, just because it's the end of the year, this will probably be the last video I make of the year, as I try to work on more videos for the beginning of the year to get myself back on schedule, because I got off schedule a lot, really bad. So I tried, as an idiot, I tried to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it blue screened my computer, broke it. I had no computer for a month, like literally the same day Call of Duty came out. I bought it, downloaded it, a whole 128 gigabytes. Opened it up, blue screened, my computer never started back up. I had to ship it out, because luckily I have a pre-built computer and they fixed it up for me, and I just got it back this week, actually on Monday. So that's when I started working on this video, and I just figured I'll probably never talk about these games. Like, I don't, like, everybody and their mom talks about Sonic Adventure 2. Everybody and their mom talks about No More Heroes. Like, it's certain games in this top 10 list that I know are already like saturated in terms of content, because they're kind of cult classics, or they're like, people like them and stuff like that. They're divisive. So I figured I would never talk about them. So why not just make a top 10 video of these games that I do like in certain situations? Like, I know I am going to, like I said, I'm going to make a video on Def Jam, just because it's a love letter. I really, like, honestly, I was going to put it at number 1, but I had to think about it, and I was like, no, I literally just beat Sonic Adventure 2 the other day again. Like, no, let's go with that one. So that's where I came up with this list, where it's like really just top 10 games I'm thankful for, slash top 10 soundtracks, slash top 10 games of all time, I guess, in particular order. So there's that. I've always planned for every 2 weeks. I don't know if I've ever said this in any of my videos, because all these sidebars, I do them off the top of my head. So I always said every 2 weeks, every second Sunday, bi-weekly, I was going to drop a video. That gives me 2 weeks, at least a week to beat the game, a week to edit the video, and then drop it on Sunday. That's how I've always gone about it. But sometimes I get a little far, sometimes I beat games faster, sometimes games like Super Daryl took me a long ass time to beat. Code Vein took me a couple days to beat. It just depends on what the fuck happens, because I work a 9 to 5. I wake up at 6 in the morning, go to work, come home, I'm ready to go to sleep. Like, it's just certain situations and stuff like that that I just, some days I don't feel like playing video games, so I sometimes get behind schedule. So I apologize if you are like, hey, where's his videos? But I know you probably weren't like, hey, where's his videos? You're probably like, okay, I'll just go watch my other YouTubers. So that's that. Hope you enjoy your holidays, and like I'm going to enjoy my holidays. And also another special note, I guess I'll put it, is this mirrored? I don't know if it, yeah, it's mirrored. Okay, cool. Over here is going to be a little thingy-mabob. It should say composition, because that's where I'm going to be showcasing, as well as sheep, at MAGFEST coming up January 2nd through the 5th at the National Gaylord. I will be there, and I also will be hosting the Naruto Clash of Ninja 2 tournament on Friday that day. So if you're going to be at MAGFEST, this is my face, so if you see me, just say something, or just come to the Naruto Clash of Ninja tournament and you can say what's up. I'm going to try to live stream that, hopefully, if my shitty laptop over there. That's why I also haven't been making videos, because if I tried on that shitty laptop, it's like a ugly ass laptop from like 2008 or something shitty like that. If I tried to make videos on that, it wouldn't work. But I'm going to try to live stream off it, hopefully, if they allow me to get the Wi-Fi password, and we're gonna have fun. So this is 5 minutes. This is really long. This is entirely too long. Okay, so let me stop rambling on. Once again, do the shit that you're supposed to do in the whatever, wherever it is. I don't fucking know. Hi, dog. So peace. Pop up thing. Whoa.